Now, as I promised, I've got Marolyn Nickleson in the studio. Good morning, Marion.
Good morning, Jenny.
And
Thanks
it's
for having me.
lovely to have her in because her brainchild is an art exhibition up a kind of Tuggerah, Birkville, end of Chittaway Point, sort of Chittaway way. And tell us, Marion, how you came about. This is the 4th year. I said earlier in the programme it's the 3rd year, and we'd been away actually for, I think, 3 years. We've been actually away on those dates, extraordinary enough, because I live very near where this happens. So this is the 4th year.
This is the 4th year, yes.
So tell us how it came about.
Well, it actually came about because there's so many talented artists on the coast in all sorts of art areas, but I couldn't find a venue or anywhere where they could all be combined and there could be something where was local art on show. So I put my mind to this and thought, well, I have a rather large factory which is well lit, it's airy, so could I use that? And so I looked at my factory in a totally different light as to, well, how could I open it and invite the public in and invite artists in to actually turn it into a gallery for a weekend a year? So that's what I did.
And it's local artists, so it's very community focused. And how many artists are involved this year? And it's not only fine art, I mean, it's not only watercolour, it's not only oils, it's also sculptures and other types
We
of art.
started the very first year, and basically it was friends that we got together and tested this, and we moved all the machinery in the factory because it's a working factory. So the factory staff are involved, the business is involved, and we set to and made a gallery for the weekend and invited the public to come and visit us. 4 years later, we have 50 artists involved this year.
Wow.
Not just painters, not just sculptors. We have visual arts, we have poetry, we have in the past, we have launched books. So we're trying to cover across the creative section of the community.
Oh, fantastic. And I see that there's quite a lot of interactive stuff. So this is actually on Friday the 6th is the opening night, which I think will be limited number of tickets because of COVID. It has to be all COVID safe, I imagine.
Yes.
And then the 7th and the 8th, which is the Saturday and Sunday, there's exhibition and artist challenge. So throughout the day, in addition to the exhibition, there'll be artists performing and demonstrating and all sorts of things. And on the 8th is a kind of family day. Is it a family day, or is it just communal painting and music making?
Well, we titled it a family day because children love coming with their parents, and you think the children are going to get involved, but somehow or other the parents find that they can also be creative and get involved.
Brilliant.
And it is. It's brilliant to just see.
And so important to get our young ones a little bit introduced to art, which is something that's perhaps lacking a little bit in schools and in our general society. You know, it seems to me that you go to Westfield for a day out, you don't go to an art exhibition.
I think creativity is something that we're not recognising.
Absolutely.
We all have creativity, but we're a little bit mainstream and we're a little bit focused on other areas, and their creativity's gone out of our society as a base. And I believe, being a business person, you have to be creative in business, hence the name Art at Work, because it comes out of it being in a factory. But businesses have to be creative. So within 4 years, I now have a number of businesses that are supporting this community event. And I think that's quite spectacular in our community to have that in such a short period of time.
Yeah, brilliant. And of course you can actually buy artworks there as well.
Yes, you certainly can.
And so we'll talk a little bit more about it after this next song from Shonlock, Follow Me. But I hope you will be putting this down in your diaries, November the 7th and 8th, to go and visit in... Now, for those of you listening, I'm talking to Marolyn Nickleson about art at work. Now, this is art, symbol A, work. And the website is www.artatwork.org.au, art at work. Very interesting. Have a look at the website. We're talking about the exhibition that she's initiated, and this is in the 4th year, over 50 artists involved. A wonderful weekend of celebrating local artists, of seeing demonstrations, of listening to poetry, music, all sorts of art. Great for kids. We're just talking about how important it is to get our children and us tuned in towards creativity and art. It's so much the basis of our community. So, Marion, tell us where and when.
Art at Work is in Berkeley Vale.
Mm-hmm.
It's at Unit 3 of Number 6 Hereford Street. That's in the business area near the Chittaway shops.
Oh, yes, I know.
At the big roundabout.
Yes, at the big roundabout. There's the lights, and it's that block going towards Wyong. Yes.
Yes.
And you enter it from...
you enter it from Hereford Street. So you go off Enterprise
Drive.
We will have some signage out to direct people. It is an industrial complex.
Mm.
There is some parking on site, but it's parking on the street. And over the weekend, it's relatively good parking.
Fantastic. And that's a Friday the 6th is the opening night, where you can just... there is a fee for that night, because it's a little glass of wine, I imagine,
That's
and
right.
the opening of it, and a little preview of the art. Saturdays and Sundays are big days for the community to really come and enjoy. I think it's a $2 entry fee, which is just to cover little costs here and there. And get yourself interested in a bit of art and inspiration and different types of art. And the Saturday has fantastic people. I think when's the? I heard there was a speed artist coming in. Now, what day is that?
A speed painter is going
Speed
to be.
painter, yeah, that's
Speed
it.
painter is going to be there on Saturday. She's going to do one session Saturday morning and one session Saturday afternoon.
Oh, and I'd be interested in that too. Yeah, and then and there's all sorts of other things going on. And the Sunday is communal painting and music making. So be amazed by the variety of exhibited artworks. So, and there'll be talks and all sorts of things, I gather.
You get an opportunity on Sunday particularly to come and experiment with your own creativity. We will be doing a mural which will be done by the community, about the community. Because this year we've got COVID, it will be about 2020. We would like it to be a mural that could be kept as part of history, because this is a time when it will be before 2020 or after 2020.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Marion, very much for coming in. Keep those dates in your diary and go to artatwork.org.au and have a look at that, and keep the weekend free, and bring the kids on a Sunday, because it sounds really good.
Thanks, Jenny.
You're welcome.